Fam, I don't know how I felt about the beginning of this season of The Walking Dead World Beyond. I thought it was pretty much a slow build and there was still pacing along until we got to this point where things are just completely nuts. I think it's hard to say, but I think that World Beyond right now may be my favorite currently of the Walking Dead shows, because these last few episodes have just been crazy, and this episode follows suit. This is episode 8, Returning Point. So many things are happening in this episode, and let me be clear, I still feel like Fear the Walking Dead is my favorite of all three, but these last few episodes of World Beyond have been very convincing in terms of making this season one of my favorite seasons of all of the Walking Dead shows. But like I said, the beginning of the season I thought was like a slow start. Still doing a lot of character development and world building. But I don't know, man. Things are crazy. Like, my heart stopped in this episode, and then I cheered like no other, and then it stopped again. It is an emotional roller coaster of things happening in this episode. But in the focal point of this episode here, it's pretty much turning into like a game of chess here. Pretty much this. We'll start with Perimeter, the Perimeter community. Everyone now knows all about Indira's agreement with the Lieutenant Colonel. And at this point now, everyone's choosing, because everyone realizes that if she made that decision to protect herself, which pretty much puts them in danger, everyone at this point started like, well, I'm going to do whatever I can for survival. So you got everyone choosing sides. You have everybody who's at CRM right now who is trying to, the girls and everybody, they're putting their plan into play. I gotta say, Mason, Hope's boyfriend, could be a wild card in all of this as well too. But everyone's putting their plan into play, and what they're essentially calling it is like, while Leo is starting to persuade others of the plan and get them on board, Jadis is now aware that there's a sense of like a fungus spreading here, because other people are being compromised, and she's trying to mitigate the issue, and all sorts of different kinds of things are happening. But yeah, that's what's happening here. Jadis and the CRM are trying to stop them. Leo is trying to lead a group of not just trying to survive and escape, but ultimately just take everything that they got and get out of there to cripple CRM totally. And then you have the Perimeter community now, who now has a target on them, so they are gearing up to relocate in terms of survival. There's a lot going on here, and CRM is pointing the guns at everybody. Kids, scientists, no one's off limits right now, and there's some people flipping. But I gotta say, the one thing that I just really having a hard time getting with in this entire season is Huck/Jennifer. At this point now, I just like, how is it that no one is seeing through her BS? Like, I'm not even convinced at all anytime she gives an excuse, anytime she gives some form of declaration. I'm just like, no one's gonna buy that. And I thought this episode, again, she was saying things, I'm like, I know Jadis is not buying into this, but things are crazy. Silas shows up and shows out in this episode. My boy Silas, man, I gotta tell you. But yeah, this was a crazy episode. Emotional roller coaster, so much action, so many things are in motion now. These plans are in full motion, and I can't wait to see where this goes. But this is a crazy, fantastic episode. I had a lot of fun with it. But folks, when you check it out, jump in the comments and let me know your thoughts about this episode. And as always, stay tuned for more reviews coming from the Walking Dead universe weekly, each and every conclusion, or when it airs, whatever it may be, but each and every week. You know what I'm saying. All right, folks. Big gold bell.